Hi and welcome to Positive Parenting Family Matters video. I've been asked this time around to say something about the way that parents interact with their kids. But let me start off by telling you one or two of the more common problems that parents come in and talk to us about. They often start by saying, my child is not listening to me, they're ignoring me. Whenever I ask them to do something, they turn away. Others may say, my child spends all the time in the room, they're hooked onto the computers, they also ignore me, and when I get angry, I have to start shouting and yelling at them. For most parents listening to this sort of scenario, they would say, you have a disciplining problem. Try and get control over your child's behavior. My immediate response to that would also be, you're absolutely right. However, disciplining doesn't necessarily mean that you want to stop and hit the child, shout at the child, and force the child to do things. It really starts with simple, common, positive interactions, which means spending time with the child. Think about this from another point of view. If you wanted to get another adult or another human being to do something for you, would you start off by shouting, yelling, and hitting? And would they do it willingly for you? The answer would obviously be no. So it would actually be a lot more beneficial to start off by being nice to a person, and through being nice to the person, they would feel a lot better about you and be a lot more willing to help you do whatever you wanted to do and get that done. Now, children are exactly the same. And that's where positive interaction comes in. Here are some very simple tips that you can do to begin this positive interaction. Starting with 1. Schedule some time every day. It could be 20 minutes to even half an hour to play with the child. Now, by playing, I mean playing what the child wants to play, not what you want to play. After all, when we talk about quality time, it's the child's quality time, not so much the parent's quality time. The next thing is talk to your child. And when we say talk to your child, we don't mean interrogate your child. It's got to be a two-way conversation which talks about how the child feels, what the child likes, and what the child is interested in doing and has perhaps been doing during the day. If the conversation focuses on, have you done your homework? Have you completed all your tasks? What grades did you get in school? Did you get any scolding? Then it becomes very, very negative. And when it becomes so negative, the child is just going to shut off and ignore you. The third and perhaps most important thing to do with positive interactions with the child is also to take time to find out what the child is interested in. So if your child is interested in video games, find out what video games they are actually playing with. Now, video games are not the problem. It's the amount of time which they spend on these videos and the computers which is a problem. However, there are many good things that you can learn from video games and computer games. And if parents took the time to stop, think, and find out about some of these games, and of course use the games as a reward for good behavior, you would find that video games are a really useful tool in the aspects of disciplining kids. So finding out about their interests is really important. So therefore, I would cap all this off by saying that disciplining isn't just about shouting, hitting, and yelling. To persuade a child to do something that you want them to do in a more willing manner, then disciplining has to be positive. And it begins with positive interactions. Thank you.